I remember you famously made an offer to Caitlyn Clark, but what about Angel Reese?
No, the thing with Caitlyn Clark, it was just to unlock millions of dollars for the league because of her stardom, what our sponsors was telling us.
Right.
They didn't tell us the same thing about Angel Reese. So.
Damn! Ice Cube didn't yell. He didn't throw shade. He didn't even blink. All he had to say was, "I'm not in the business of losing money." And just like that, Angel Reese got dropped harder than Ja Morant sneaker sales after another oops. Let's not sugarcoat it. Ice Cube officially ended the conversation. When asked why his league, the Big Three, offered Caitlyn Clark a $5 million deal and not Angel Reese, Cube delivered a masterclass in silent disrespect. No hesitation, no fluff, just facts. This wasn't some salty opinion. This was a financial mic drop, and the message was clear. Caitlyn Clark is a draw.
See the headline from TMZ. Sorry, Angel Reese, the $5 million offer was only for Caitlyn Clark. Fuck. And the Big Three honcho said that there will be no deal put in front of Angel Reese anytime soon. Woo!
Angel Reese is a risk. That $5 million offer wasn't charity. It was an investment. 10 games, $500,000 per appearance, and every penny projected to come back with interest. Meanwhile, Angel's name didn't even enter the chat. We sat down. We looked at the numbers. That's what Cube said. And the math was loud. Angel Reese didn't just miss the deal. She missed the spreadsheet entirely. No mentions, no projections, no reason to even consider the pitch. And if Ice Cube, who's built an entire sports league from scratch, doesn't see the value, why would any brand still be calling? And you already know this wasn't personal. It was pure business. But for Angel, it probably felt personal. The Bayou Barbie had built an image, stirred headlines, got people talking, but none of that translates to guaranteed ticket sales or sold-out arenas. And when the calculator comes out, all that social media noise suddenly goes silent. And here's where it gets brutal. Angel didn't even get rejected publicly. She got ignored, skipped, erased like Ben Simmons in a playoff series. And this isn't just Ice Cube throwing shade. This is the business world making moves.
Caitlyn Clark got a $5 million offer from Ice Cube's Big Three League. Now, I got to tell you, I'm not big on three-on-three basketball, but I am guilty of watching this league from time to time because, well, it's kind of a throwback to old school basketball, and it's physical, and there's big guys, and it's entertaining. At times, I've found it more entertaining than the NBA.
Cube just said what every sponsor's been whispering behind closed doors. Caitlyn makes us money. Angel doesn't. And what came next? Oh, it got worse. The brand deals didn't just slow down, they straight up vanished. Reebok, silent. Campaigns, on pause. Executives who were once foaming at the mouth to slap Angel Reese's face on a billboard are now acting like she's a limited edition NFT they regret buying.
Listen, business is business, and the men lie, women lie, the numbers don't. Ice Cube is not in the business of losing money, so of course Angel Reese couldn't get offered the 5 M's like Caitlyn Clark. Now what are they gonna do? Is everybody gonna try to cancel Ice Cube for keeping it real and saying, yo, yeah, she's not worth 5 M's. Sorry, Caitlyn Clark is. Is everybody about to get mad and try to cancel Cube now? Because that's what y'all love to do.
Behind the scenes, it's a disaster. Marketing teams ran the numbers, studied the analytics, and came to a cold conclusion. The hype around Angel Reese doesn't convert. Followers? Sure. Buzz? Absolutely. But sales? Nah. Angel was supposed to be the WNBA's next big thing. She had the slogans, the sass, the social media game. But when it came time to actually deliver, the ticket sales, the engagement, the conversions, it was crickets. And while she was still posing for promo shots, Caitlyn Clark was taking over cities. Literally. While Angel's campaign was telling us to take over your trap, Caitlyn just rolled into Chicago, didn't even play, and still had people chanting her name like she just won 6 rings. She had grown men weeping for autographs like it was Kobe's farewell tour. Meanwhile, Angel, sitting, watching, while the trap got taken over.
I just saw this post actually. Brick Center. Caitlyn Clark took over Angel Reese's trap. Oh no. Oh no. And I still think, by the way, the Fever probably win this game even if Angel Reese plays.
What happened to Miss Angel Reese? She's all in Indiana during All-Star, and her Reebok campaign, come to your trap, take over your trap. What happened to that? Because it looked like Caitlyn Clark went to Chicago and took the city over. It looked like she took the city over.
And let's talk about those deals. Reebok thought they were launching a revolution. Instead, they're stuck holding a campaign with no momentum. Events are being quietly shelved. Rollouts delayed. Some projects are being killed entirely, and nobody's sending flowers. This isn't shade, it's numbers. ROI isn't emotional. Agencies looked at the cost per conversion, fan interest, and retention. The math didn't lie, and then Ice Cube came in and basically said what the boardrooms were already thinking. Why put millions behind someone who's not bringing millions back? It's like drafting a player based on their mixtape and then realizing they can't even go left. Now the investors are backing out faster than James Harden from a diet plan. Behind closed doors, the whispers turned into full-on panic. Every brand that attached itself to Angel Reese was suddenly doing a double take. The numbers didn't just dip, they nosedived.
The WNBA has arrived. Caitlyn Clark's gotten really good really fast. It's like the end of year 1 for Michael Jordan or year 3 for Michael Jordan. She's gotten really good really fast. She's number 1 and 2 in every offensive stat. She's hitting more threes this season than Steph Curry did in his first MVP season, and her game embarrasses you.
Clicks were down, engagement flatlined. Campaigns that once looked like slam dunks now feel like Shaq shooting free throws. One marketing executive reportedly said, "We thought we had the next big thing. Turns out we had the next big maybe." That's corporate speak for yikes. And the truth? Angel didn't do anything wrong. Not technically. She just got caught in the worst possible storm. Caitlyn Clark showed up and made everything look easy. While Angel's hype was still orbiting around LSU highlights and viral moments, Caitlyn came in and dropped triple-doubles like she was playing NBA 2K on rookie mode. 50 games in, and she's already tied for the 3rd most triple-doubles in WNBA history. Who does that? And remember, while Angel's campaign in Chicago fizzled out faster than a Kendrick Perkins hot take, Caitlyn showed up injured and still took over the city. People weren't just watching, they were skipping work, lining up for autographs, wrapping around buildings like it was Black Friday at Best Buy. Angel had slogans, Caitlyn had substance, and you can't buy that with a hashtag.
The disparity between Caitlyn Clark and Angel Reese, we've established that Angel Reese is Caitlyn Clark's Bill Laimbeer. As I've said before, I've said Caitlyn is Jordan, Angel Reese is Bill Laimbeer. She is relevant for the reason that Kelsey Plum got in the news recently, because she has attached herself so intimately to Caitlyn Clark, going all the way back to when she pointed at the ring finger at LSU and became a villain, and then has denied that she was a villain while continuing to act villainous.
Sponsors noticed. Fast. The same people who greenlit million-dollar partnerships started ghosting. Emails left unread. Calls mysteriously dropped. And if you listen closely, you can hear the sound of contracts being shredded like old Lakers rosters. What's even wilder? Ice Cube wasn't even trying to diss her. He just said the truth. And the truth hit like Draymond Green on a defensive switch.
Maybe an adjusted amount? You
I
want
think
to?
we can make that same offer because it won't have the same impact to the league.
It's all smart moves. I see you that's what you do.
No.
Yeah.
In
Well,
person.
She wasn't even being considered. She was never even in the room. And when the suits looked again, they didn't see a superstar. They saw a gamble. And the WNBA is finally learning that clout doesn't equal cash. But Angel's story wasn't done spiraling yet. While Caitlyn Clark was rewriting WNBA history and signing autographs like LeBron on a comeback tour, Angel Reese was nowhere. First, she was listed as day-to-day, then questionable, then just gone. And fans started asking the obvious question, Is she ducking the spotlight? Look, back injuries are real, but the timing? Suspicious. Especially when your biggest rival is turning every city into a fan parade, even without playing. The optics? Brutal. Caitlyn was courtside, injured, and still outdrawing Angel in her own market. And brands? They see all of this. They don't want disappearing acts. They want presence, stability, firepower. Right now, Angel's giving them a reality show. But Caitlyn? She's giving them Steph Curry-level consistency. And here's the kicker. Angel keeps tethering herself to Caitlyn Clark. Every post, every interview, every side-eye, every cryptic comment, it always leads back to Clark. And that's the biggest branding mistake of them all. Because the more she compares, the more obvious the gap becomes.
This is why I say, Angel Reese, you need to stop trying to attach yourself to this girl at every turn, because you cannot measure up. You don't have as many followers you have on Instagram. That is great. I will not take away from the fact that you are one of the bigger brands in the WNBA. You are a star in your own right, but you are not Caitlyn Clark. It's a difference.
Angel Reese isn't some bench warmer. She's a champion, a star. She shouldn't need to ride someone else's coattails. But every time she goes back to that rivalry, she's telling fans and brands she can't stand alone. And let's be clear, the league wants both of them to succeed. They're desperate for multiple superstars, but not if one keeps trying to live in the other's shadow. Angel doesn't need to be Caitlyn Clark. She needs to be Angel Reese. That alone can be huge if she stops playing this comparison game, because here's the cold truth. Caitlyn Clark is the needle. Not just a trend, not just a name. She's the WNBA's headline, its engine, its future. The league is already building around her.
Caitlyn Clark is a superstar. Not a female superstar, she is a superstar. She moves the needle. The WNBA has been looking for someone who moves the needle.
That's not bias, that's math. So Angel's got two choices. Keep chasing Caitlyn's spotlight and get lost in the fog, or step out of it and build her own. Because this isn't a rough patch. This is a reset moment. And if Angel doesn't shift now, she's not just losing brand deals, she's losing the plot. It's not about Barbie versus basketball queen, it's about who can actually ball. If you're enjoying this content and would like to see more and support my channel, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you.